Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of How Did They Do? Today's episode is going to be about Corbin, Kentucky at exit 29 off I-75. Now, if you're new to How Did They Do, welcome. Let me explain to you kind of what How Did They Do is about. So, basically, I'm a truck driver. And throughout my travels around the country, I want to bring you good, bad, or anywhere in the middle experiences that I've had at certain truck stops around this country. And yes, even in times like this. Now, this is not an attack on your town. It's not an attack on your state. And it's not even an attack on the truck stop. It's just my interactions with every truck stop that I want to tell you guys about. So, again, if you have any suggestions on certain truck stops, please leave them in the comments below. If you've been to the truck stops, please leave comments below. So anyways, it's a Pilot Travel Center, Pilot Flying J, on I-75, exit 29. I'm recording this a few weeks after being there. I was so disappointed and just disgusted by this truck stop that I tried recording it once before, and I just about halfway through just blew a nut, right? So hopefully I can get through this a little bit more calm and a little bit more objective. So first things first is the sign layout for the trucks is ridiculous. It's so confusing. It says enter, and then in very, 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 very small letters, you literally cannot see it until you're right on the sign. It says no trucks. Use next exit. So you got to try to figure out how to get back into the lane of traffic and blah 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 blah. It's you know right from the get-go that it's going to be trouble. The driveway and the parking lot, horrendous. There are so many holes in that parking lot. The layout of the parking lot is absolutely backwards. It's backwards. Like I said, the parking lot and the holes were ridiculously large. The drive out, so you don't go out the same way you came in. You have to cross over the way that you came in. And the road that you have to take is, I hit my bumper twice going out that road. It's just bad. Now, they did have a little bit of everything, not like some other places, but, you know, hey, each truck stop is its own identity. They can carry what they want, blah, 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 blah. Very disappointed with the food source in there. I think it was a Hardee's. I believe it was a Hardee's. 17 people standing, no joke. There was 17 people just standing there, and it took me 15 minutes to get somebody over to take my order. 15 minutes with like 17 people standing there. I wish I could make this up. I asked if one of the people could help me. One of the young ladies got extremely snooty with me immediately. You know, it was all bad. It was all bad. I cannot say one positive thing about that place. And it scored low on the crap factor scale. All right. It scored extremely low. I would not recommend this truck stop to anybody. I mean, I understand that some of your carriers and stuff like that basically tell you where to fuel and how much to put in and when to bend over and all this other stuff. I get it, but I don't understand it. But you know, I don't have to. Between the parking lot, the store had a kind of an odor to it. You know, it wasn't very clean when I went in there. There was only one person at the register. You know, I didn't really talk with that person very much. So if I said anything about that person, it would be a little unfair to that person. So I'm not going to say anything because I didn't talk to them very much. But yeah, there was only one person at the register. It took me about 45 minutes because I parked on the fuel island behind another truck that just pulled forward, ran in, grabbed some sodas and grabbed some food, and then I left. I come back out and the guy is still parked in front of me. Nobody in the truck, still parked in front of me. So I ended up sitting there for about 15 more minutes in that 45 minutes. And then the guy finally left. Well, when the guy finally left, so did everybody else that finally got service inside the truck stop. The fuel islands were completely packed full when I got there. It's a really small parking lot and everything like that. Now, again, this is not a bash on the particular truck stop. It's just my experience and my opinion about this place. Now, I will avoid that place like it's the plague, because on the crap factor, I literally had to score it like a 2.1. All right? No joke, a 2.1. And it was one of the worst truck stops that I think I've ever been in. There's only been one other truck stop that could kind of compete, and that's the Newton, Arkansas one. Or Newton, I don't know, whatever it is. It's the one that everybody seems to hate the video the most. But even that one there in Arkansas was by far better than this one, by far. The Newton one, I didn't, this is literally the first time we're using the crap factor scale. But if I had the crap factor scale back then, I probably would have given, you know, that Newton, Arkansas one, probably a 3.5 or a 4, maybe a 4.1. That would have been stretching it. But I would have given it a 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, somewhere in there for sure. This one, yeah, a 2.1. I cannot go any higher. And I actually had to convince myself to push it that high, because I literally wanted to give it like a 1 something. But again, I didn't want to be unfair, so I figured, okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher on the scale than I really want to. But yeah, 2.1. That's it. I cannot. I'm not going to sit here and go on for, you know, another 5 minutes, because all I'm going to be doing is bashing bashing that truck stop and the people that work there, and that's not fair. So yeah, that's a review. That's How Did They Do. Thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out. If you enjoy How Did They Do, please tell a friend, hit that subscribe button, and you know, don't forget to drop a like on the way out the door. So we'll see you next time on How Did They Do. Peace.